Today's lesson, I'm going to debunk this myth around it being easier to fill marketing and business training programs than it is to fill personal growth and spiritual healing programs because of the return on investment. So I get this one often. And because I work with healing professionals and transformational teachers, probably like yourself if you're watching this, there is this thing that comes up around, well, I'm not selling a business program or a marketing training where people can calculate the return on investment as easily. Now, there's an element of truth to it, and it's easier for us to justify to ourselves to put down $10,000 if we believe that this could yield a 5 or 10x return on that investment. And the thing with business programs is that it often tends to be a more flat linear return on investment calculation, right? Is directly meant to grow your business. So there is some element of truth to it. However, after doing this for so many years, both in the marketing field and specifically helping healers and spiritual teachers and transformational coaches launch their online programs with varying price points and sometimes very premium price points, what I've realized 65 more launches later is that it is, well, there are two secrets. Tip number one is that it is ultimately up to us to do the translation for them. So what does this mean? It means that whether you're helping people with meditation practice or their yoga practice, or you're helping them get clear on what career path they're moving into or how to call in the relationship of their dreams, ultimately, if they're in doing that inner work, it translates into outer change. And it translates into meaningful, transformative day-to-day impact in their life. And it's up to you to really articulate this for them. So they show up and they do the work. What is it going to mean to them? Is it landing the job of their dreams? Is it being in the relationship of their dreams? Is it calling in the love in their life? Or is it having such a steady mindfulness practice that they are waking up and each day they have more space and presence and joy to be with their family and to have deeper, closer relationships? Can you see how it translates? The inner work translates into outer change. And it's important that we bring this into our marketing materials, because that's just as relevant as it is for a business training helping people grow their business revenues by $5,000 or $10,000 or 5 or 10x. Does that make sense what I'm trying to get across? Tip number two, how do you get clear on what these changes are? Because sometimes we're just so in the day-to-day of working with clients and students and in our business, we forget to step back and look at the shifts and transformation we're enabling and supporting others in. So I highly recommend that if you are looking at launching your first online program or reworking, or even using the skinny launch approach that I teach with filling your live retreats and events, what I recommend is going back to past clients, going back to students, and finding out from their work with you, what impact did they create and what result, but it's deeper than a result, did they create and what outcome did they have from their work with you in their relationships, in their mind, in their wealth, in their well-being, in their health and vitality, in their minds, in their work, and even in their business and financials. And that's really where you want to pull in the stories. And this is your return on investment in working with you, their return in investment in working with you. Does that make sense? So this is my challenge and question for you, is to go back and to see how you can translate the spiritual and the healing work that you do with your clients and students, and how that translates into outer change, deep, lasting outer change. So even deeper than results. And to pull this into your messaging as you're speaking to new people. So you found this helpful and you want to learn how we can work together, get on my wait list. It's in the description of this video below. And I love to hear from you. Tell me how this is going for you, and tell me what's coming up for you in your process when it comes to this translation and into stepping into the digital marketing space. I look forward to seeing you soon, and I'll see you in the next video.